In today's video, we are going to cover 3 quick at-home tests to tell if you have sciatica. And no, you do not need an MRI and you do not need any kind of fancy equipment. So if you don't know me, my name is Jake and I reversed my own sciatica after months of getting the runaround with chiropractor, physical therapy, surgery, you name it. Tried all of these things, nothing worked for me. And so my goal with this is to help you overcome your own sciatica completely naturally and without spending an arm and a leg to do so. All right. So today there's 2 questions you need to answer for yourself. All right. 1, is your sciatic nerve affected? And 2, is it a herniated disc or is it piriformis syndrome? In other words, is there a disc that's causing that sciatic kind of inflammation or impaction, or is it the piriformis muscle or some kind of musculoskeletal thing going on that's causing the irritation of that sciatic nerve? Okay, so that's what you need to answer today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I know your time is valuable. So first we have the straight leg test. All right, so to perform this test, either you or somebody you are with, so this could be a partner, this could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, or just a friend, I want you to lay down on your back and ask them to gently raise each leg one at a time. So in this diagram, you can see here, you have the therapist raising the leg of the affected side. All right. And if you have sciatica, you will start to notice symptoms between, say, 30 and 70 degrees of elevation. Okay, so this would be 0 degrees flat here. This would be 90 degrees, your legs straight up in the air. If the pain comes either less than 30 degrees or above that, say, 70-degree mark, you might be dealing with, say, something going on with a muscle or a joint or bone or something else that's going on that's not sciatica, right? But if you get those telltale signs of pins and needles, of radiating pain down the back of your leg, maybe down to your feet, maybe you even have some localized back pain, maybe you have some pain in your hip, some stabbing pain, some radiating pain between 30 and 70 degrees, that's a good sign that you are dealing with sciatica. All right, so let's keep going. Another test that you can do from home within the next 30 seconds, 60 seconds is the slump test. So to perform the slump test, what you need to do is you need to sit on the edge of a chair, on the edge of your bed, somewhere where your feet can kind of dangle, okay? And what you want to do, you want to fold your arms behind your back, just like this man is doing here, and go ahead and just slump as if you were looking down at your phone, as if you were looking down at your feet. And what would be helpful is if you could have somebody kind of press down on the back of your head. So if you're dealing with sciatica, this is going to be extremely painful. As a matter of fact, you might not even be able to get down into this position, okay? But let's say you don't feel the pain immediately. What you can do is raise the leg of the affected side, or have somebody help raise the leg of the affected side. And you should know pretty quickly, because the pain will be quite literally excruciating, that you will want to stop almost immediately. So if you can't raise this leg up at all, that is a great sign that you are dealing with sciatica. All right. And so let's keep going. And so the third thing that you want to figure out for yourself is, are you dealing with sciatica? Are you dealing with a herniated disc, or are you dealing with piriformis syndrome? All right. So if you don't know, there's mainly 2 causes of sciatica. It's a herniated disc, and it is piriformis syndrome. All right. And herniated discs make up the majority of sciatica cases. All right. And so this first maneuver here, this would be a great sign that you are actually dealing with sciatica, or namely a herniated disc, and not piriformis syndrome. Okay, so this is the straight leg test that we saw earlier. If when you raise that leg between 30 and 70 degrees, you start to experience those sciatic symptoms, you're probably dealing with a herniated disc. And this will save you a trip to the MRI. This will save you a trip to the doctor. This will help you just understand kind of what's going on, all right? Now, the other way to know if you are dealing with, say, piriformis syndrome is if when you do anything that stretches that piriformis muscle, anything that lengthens that muscle and causes pressure right there on where the sciatic nerve runs through your glute and down the back of your leg, that's a decent idea that you're dealing with piriformis syndrome and not actually a herniated disc. All right. And what you should know is that herniated discs make up the vast majority of sciatica cases. So if you're experiencing pain here, make sure to double check that you're not actually dealing with a herniated disc, because odds are you are dealing with a herniated disc. But this is the way to know. If pain only comes, say, when you stretch this piriformis muscle, it may be a lot more mild of a case than you would think. And this actually might go away on its own with just a bit of stretching and decreased inflammation in your body. Okay. So those are kind of the 3 tests that you can do at home today. You got the straight leg test, you got the slump test, and you got these 2 maneuvers that you can determine whether or not you have herniated disc or piriformis syndrome. Okay. And so if you're ready to make a change, if you know exactly what you got, say you got a herniated disc and you're ready to just heal this for good and you don't want to take the surgery routes, I want you to know that you can do this. You can completely do this. And I know you can do this because I did this myself. As a matter of fact, pain relief can come very fast. All right. So when I did not know what I was doing, I was in a 9 out of 10 pain. I had tried painkillers. I had tried the chiropractor. I had tried physical therapy. I had tried stretching, yoga, dry needling, heat, ice, you name it. I'm sure you've tried these things by now if you're still watching this video. I know you're in pain. And I want you to know that relief can come, and there is a lot of hope for you. There is a lot of hope for you because I was at the point of giving up. I thought my life was pretty much ruined for the rest of my life. So I want you to know that relief can come fast. So this is just me 4 weeks apart. I had gone from a 9 out of 10 pain down to a 2 out of 10 pain, and with greatly improved posture and height in my body. Okay. And you can do this too. All right. You can do this from home. It doesn't require any fancy equipment. You can start today and you can start seeing results immediately. All right. So if you'd like me to hand over what took me months and nearly $10,000 of my own money to learn, if you'd like me to help you fix your sciatica for good, and you think surgery and pills are just the short-term band-aids that they are, and you just want a natural and permanent solution, then go ahead and click the button in the description. Book a call with me. You and I will speak. We'll assess your situation, and we can determine how you can get out of pain step by step from home without needing surgery, without needing chiropractor, without needing pills, injections, or anything unnatural. All right. So again, my name is Jake, and if you are in pain and you're ready to get out of pain naturally, go ahead and click the button below and book a call with me.